Hi there guys, and welcome to Paramount Fitness TV. My name's Lee, and today I'm going to take you through a beginner's bodyweight workout. Before you start, if you've got any injuries, aches or pains or ailments that may stop you from partaking in something like this, please do consult with your doctor first and foremost. But providing you're fit and well, or at least able to begin a beginner's workout routine, let's get straight to it. So to start with, we are going to do bodyweight squats. It's simply relative to your body weight, and we're going to do a set of 10 reps. So with your feet hip width apart, all I want you to do is place your arms across your shoulders, lift your elbows and sit down as if you're sitting into a chair. 8 more to go. Five more. Last one. Okay, shake your legs out. Now, I often work on an RPE scale, a rate of perceived exertion. So depending on how hard you felt those 10 reps were, 1 being relatively easy, 10 being very difficult, will be a good bit of feedback as we move on to our second set. Notice how we're not having to monitor our rest period. We can get onto those variables later on. So, second set, again, feet hip width apart wherever you feel comfortable, arms across your chest, elbows up. Let's go for set 2. Another set of 10 reps, please. Heart rate should be going up a little bit. Body temperature should be going up a bit. We should be getting a little bit warmer. Two more. One more rep. Okay, again, using that feedback of the RPE. Where was that? So I'm getting a little bit out of breath, but only because I'm starting to work. A scale of 1 to 10 for me at the moment is still probably about a 2 or a 3. It might be slightly higher for you, depending on where you are. What we're looking to do is we're looking to work at around about a 6, 7 or an 8 out of 10. Now, just because I'm slightly out of breath because I'm starting to work doesn't mean that I'm necessarily at a high number just yet. So we're going to go into our third set, feet hip width apart, again where you feel comfortable, arms across shoulders, elbows up, and off we go. Another 10, final set. Halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Okay, well done. Okay, opportunity for you to get some water on board, if you have some available. Little sip of water, ready to move on. Now, I'm going to move on to a lunge, a single leg lower body exercise. So I'm going to go side profile here, and I'm going to use the fireplace as a balance point. If you have a fireplace available, great. If not, a wall or a chair will work too. Split your stance. Again, where you feel comfortable. This is all a learning process. What we're trying to do is making sure that when we split our stance, we're not crossing over our legs. We're keeping our legs and our feet hip width apart, and then simply stepping forward. So from here, right foot forward in that stationary lunge position. We're going to drop the back knee as low to the floor as we possibly can. Now, if you start working through your 10 reps and you're quite partial to begin with, give it time. Your range of movement will increase over time, and your ability to not have to hold onto the fireplace and put your hands on your hips will also come around. I'm going to do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it off. I should do the same. You don't have to turn around, you simply swap legs, but just to give you an idea of what I'm doing. Left foot forward. I'm going to start by holding onto the fireplace, give me a bit of balance. My back heel is elevated off the floor. The last thing I want to be doing is stepping back, stepping forward. My body weight comes over this front leg predominantly, hands on the hips, and we're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now we've done one set on each leg. By now you should feel that your body temperature is up, we should be getting a little bit warmer, we should be feeling like we're doing some kind of exercise. Now, as if the first time you've trained for a long time or done any exercise for a long time, take your time. You're not proving anything to anybody. Build your fitness up, build your strength up over time. So again, setting ourselves up, using that RPE scale. How difficult was that? Was it a 1 being relatively easy? Was it a 10 being quite difficult? And again, although I am out of breath as I try to talk to you, it doesn't mean that the intensity was too high. It just means that I'm simply trying to gauge my cardiovascular fitness and talk at the same time. So, right foot forward, nice long stance, back heel is off the floor, hands on the hips or across your chest again, elbows up, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So again, using that RPE scale, rate of perceived exertion, I currently feel maybe at about a 3 out of 10. So for me to make this harder, I could obviously do more repetitions, or I could add a weight. There are other variables that I could start to manipulate to make it a bit tougher, including the speed of the movement. But as this is a beginner's workout, we're simply working on 10 reps, gauging our rest period depending on how we feel. Do I need to take any water on board? I'm not being strict, being 30 seconds off rest, etc. Just as and when I feel ready to go again. So, second leg, second set. Back knee nice and low to the floor, body weight goes forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it off. You're doing very well if you are keeping up. You've got to remember that if this is a new venture for you and you haven't done exercise for a while, all of this may feel a bit alien. But give it time. You'll be amazed how quick your strength and your fitness does improve, and your ability to do more will gradually increase. So let's go for our third and final set, shall we? Right foot forward. Again, at any point, if you're still feeling that you need to hold on to that fireplace, you can do so. Grab your chair. You can even sit this set out if you really want to. Okay, so third and final set, first leg. 10 reps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it off. Straight into the opposite side. You don't have to. You can have a bit of a breather if you wish. I'm just gauging it on how I feel. If you need to shake your legs off, have a bit of water. Like I said, even sit this set out, it's absolutely fine. 10 reps. Final set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Very, very good. Shake your legs out, get some water on board. 2 lower body exercises now done. Allow yourself to recover, and we'll start to move on to some upper body movements. Okay, well done. So now we're going to move on to some upper body exercises that are going to tone and shape your arms and your shoulders. So we're going to work through a press up. Now, don't get put off by the title. I know it can be a bit daunting. I work with a lot of people that find press ups very difficult. I'm going to teach you 3 different ways to find the level that you're at. Again, we're going to work on the RPE scale, the rate of perceived exertion scale, to gauge which level is going to be right for you. So So what I want you to do to begin with is lay flat on the floor. Once you've laid flat on the floor, put your hands just outside of your shoulders. This first level is what I call a Cobra Press-Up. And from here, we're simply going to do 10 reps of extending your arms and pushing your chest up, but keeping your hips on the floor. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, shake your arms out. That might have felt maybe a 6 or a 7 out of 10 for you. So depending on where you feel you're at, you can decide whether you want to stay at that level for your second set or progress onto this half press up for your second set, sorry. So again, the setup's the same. We're going to lay flat on the floor first. We're going to put our hands in that same position, but this time we're just going to put the pressure into our knees. And as I do a press up, the hips are going to come up with me. Notice that I'm not really fussed about my rest period once again. I'm simply gauging that depending on how I feel. So this is my start position this time. See how my hips have come off the floor? I'm not in a box press up. I'm not coming down here. Okay, this is the common fault that we see. The hips stay down, the chest stays up, the head looking at the edge of my rug, so probably about a foot in front of my fingertips, and off I go. 10 reps to the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, shaking your arms off. Getting a bit of feedback on how my muscles feel, how my body feels. I would say that was probably around about a 4 out of 10 for me. So not too difficult. Again, just out of breath because I'm trying to talk to you at the same time as do some exercise. But in terms of the intensity going through my muscles, I know that I can step it up a bit. Now this is a beginner's workout, so they are the 2 levels that I would suggest you stay at. However, it's not that uncommon that people want to try a full press up, so I will show you for the sake of knowing where you're going to progress through next. So we've had a little rest period. I lay flat on the floor again, hands set up in the same position. This is all based on feel. We don't want them high up, but we don't want them too low back either. So from here, I'm going to push up. There's my knee position if I wanted to take it there. But on this set, my final set, I'm going to attempt 10 full press ups. So I just lock out. From here, I lower down as a unit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So immediately the feedback is that went straight up to maybe a 6 out of 10. So not at the top end of my ability, but certainly one that is starting to make me work a little bit. Ways in which I can progress that moving forward. Again, plenty of variables to work with. More reps, slower tempo, adding pause in the movement patterns. So many different things that we can do. Okay, from there, we're going to move into what's called a shoulder tap. But for the sake of this video, again, being at the level that it's at, with it being a beginner's video, and just getting you moving after maybe a period of being sedentary or coming back from injury, we're going to stay on our knees. So, these are called shoulder taps. And from here, we set ourselves up in the same position that we did for the half press up. Okay, so you can do it right from the beginning. You can lay flat if you wish. Hands just around about 2 inches outside the shoulders. From here you push up and then you hold this position here. Even this can be quite a challenge. Hold the abs nice and tight. Again, we don't want the hips coming up in the sky, but we don't want them dropping down either. So abs tight. You're looking for a straight line between your shoulders, your hips and your knees. You can relax your feet. There'd be no need to curl them up. And then from here, your right hand touches your left shoulder and your left hand touches your right. So we're doing alternate sides. There will be a slight bit of movement as you move from left to right, But the idea is that we stabilize as much as we possibly can and we're not rocking too much. Okay, so lock it in nice and tight, nice neutral spine. So by that I mean shoulders, hips and knees in a straight line, not bum in the air, not bum down. Hold it still. From here we're going to do 5 on each side. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Again, shake it off. If you feel that you could progress that exercise, then all being good, you could go up onto your toes. But again, there's no point rushing ahead. We've got a second and third set coming up. So shake your arms out, get some water on board, and let's set ourselves up for set number 2. 5 on each side. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. You're doing very well. So, one more set to go. This is our final exercise. When we do our movements and our exercise, it's all about technique, and it's all about not compromising that technique just to fuel the ego or make you feel that you're doing better than what you currently are, because it's all well and good thinking that you're doing something properly, but without someone coaching you and watching you through your technique, you could be heightening the risk of injury. So progress gradually and progress when you start to feel that you're strong enough to do so. There's no point jumping ahead to the next level if you're going to compromise your technique and ultimately risk an injury. So third and final set, keep the hips nice and tight, keep them still, 5 on each side. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and you are done. So there you have it, a very simple yet effective beginner's workout. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, comment below. Also, don't be afraid to click the subscribe button so that you are kept in the loop when I upload future beginners, intermediate and advanced workouts. Enjoy the rest of your day.